You can have a water stain where the water is actually starting in one, the leak is starting from someplace over here. It hits a joist and it literally follows the joist and then starts dropping off over here. Go through the Getting Your House in Order book, and in here you can actually see how we actually used the documentation and actually put it through a case, learn how to do that. You can actually watch the video that actually help you for marketing later on though. But this video here that's in this book is actually the one that's actually the walkthrough. You're actually walking through a home and doing an home inspection. While you're doing an estimate, don't take the time just to do what you see. Sometimes you'll come to a house and you'll find out that they're talking about this and they think it's a real big thing, and you're looking at it and you go, this is not really a big claim. And then you look over and you take the time to look around and you find something that really is a big claim. Maybe you're just sitting there and you're just swiping, you go like this and you go, whoa, that's a big difference. And then you go to another room and you like this, and they're going, what are you going on? Oh, just a minute, I just need to check it. And you go to this room, and before you know it, you sit and go, man, I've got a big, a big smoke claim here. So we have a much bigger claim than this little dinky little water claim that you're talking about. You may want to put both of them in, but you may not. You may want to only put that one in because it's a big dollar value item, and you can put more money into the homeowner's pocket without having to add more claims to their list. So look at this and understand that estimating is a very easy thing to do. Each little individual part, remember, you want to know, what does the material do as far as when different things happen. How do I repair it? What else can be involved with it? Remember, if I'm dealing with painting, then I'm also going to be adding the molding in. We have a screen cam that actually goes through the different processes that you do when you're in a room. Go through that screen cam. Go through the screen cams that I have on SimSol doing certain different types of claims, and you'll see how we add and build things. Don't try to bundle everything like you saw Kevin, like you'll see Kevin doing in the one estimate. It's not a good thing. Take the time to break it down. Remember, you have remove, reset, you have remove, replace, refinish, clean. You have all these different types of action things that are in there. Use them all. Don't try to combine anything. Break it all down. The more you break it down, the more it's going to be a bigger claim for you and for them. And to take the time to do it, remember, if I'm going to be going into a room, I'm going to be looking at every aspect of the room. I'm going to be looking at the electrical parts of it, even though I'm only painting. I'm going to be looking at, is there a possibility that because I had a water claim, did I find water down here? Am I going to find water underneath the carpet? Am I going to be on the wooden floor? And am I going to be feeling the wooden floor? Remember, we didn't go over one thing that I also know I need to go over, which was, and it's in the book, but I want you to go over with wooden floors. You have cupping, which is when it goes like this. You have bursting and breaking, actually, where it actually pops out and actually will sound like a cannon. And then you have what is known as, we have cupping, and then you also have bulging kind of a scenario. Now, when it does this, it's because it's been sanded too soon. It's been pre-finished too soon. Subrogated claim, you can go after the contractor. When it's been this way, you're going to be, and look in the book, it talks more about it. But remember, that's going to all settle down, and you need to know when you can replace those boards. And a lot of times you're automatically going to get a refinish. I'll get a whole thing refinished just by feeling the floor. And if I feel higher grain, like the grain's been lifted, I'll get that whole floor resanded. But then again, if I need to get it resanded, but I see the black heads, and I know that it can't take another sanding, then I'm going to get the whole floor again. Do you understand? A small thing can give me the whole thing. So look at it, and then look at the situation, and then see if you can go for the small thing, and then learn how to add it to the bigger thing. Also, when you're talking to an adjuster, you're going to be negotiating. If you see something that connects to something else bigger, lock them down on the smaller thing first. Then, once you've locked them down, then add the bigger thing to it. Because if you if they know that the bigger thing is part of the smaller thing, they're going to be fighting you more on that. So get them locked down on this, then go after that. Because remember, when they give you it, they can't take it back. Okay. Remember, they're going to be throwing experts at you only because they are not experts. So when you see their experts, make sure you have your own experts. Take the time to look around, get some good quality engineers and things that are going to be working for you. Make sure that they understand who you are and how you're working for the homeowner, so that their mindset is in the right set to begin with. And find out that if they've actually ever been working for the insurance company before. If they work for the insurance company before, you don't want them. You only want people that have not been tainted by them to begin with, because they're going to say, well, I get more business from them than I do from you, so I'm just going to do it the way I normally do it, instead of being upfront and real. Because in general, they're not upfront and real. They're doing whatever they can to constantly have business being sent to them. It's the exact same thing like a home inspector. A home inspector who looks for a house, goes to a house for a buyer, they're actually tainted how they look at the thing because they don't want to screw up the deal for the realtor. Same thing here. They don't want to screw up the deal for the insurance company who sends them business. So always keep that in mind. Again, go through the books. Remember, framing is mainly not a book that you just want to read to go all the way through. I'll go through all the screen cams. Go through this DVD over and over again. Go through the estimating and scope book. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. We're going to be setting up in that same little device where you can actually type in what question you think that just a general question that you'd like to know. And the next month, we're going to be going through all of them. And the one that's the most prevalent, we'll then be talking about that one. You can also ask us normal questions as far as the counseling, and we will give you an answer on that. We would be doing much more detailed things, though, on the actual newsletter that comes out. So, thank you, and good estimating.